Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome to the World's Radio Show. This is Ham Radio Live. Thank you so much for coming. Please subscribe. We don't monetize the channel. It should be listenable from beginning to end. Hopefully a show today that's going to change the way you think about a remote antenna. I have been blown away with this. Welcome. Today is the 10th of August, 2021, and away we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live. It's great to see you guys. What a joy. My goodness. Well, we're here, and I'm grateful to see all of you, wherever you may be today. We're here to help you get into ham radio. That's the main purpose, and we'd like to tell you about a special guest coming that has to do with the show we're doing. Steve Deans. He is the owner and founder of Alpha Antennas. Steve will be joining us live this Saturday. That's going to be August 14th at 20 UTC. Please join us for that. Questions for Steve Deans. He'll answer them and tell you all about Alpha products, including the brand new Alpha Hextenna, which we're going to talk about today. The whole purpose of the channel, though, is to help you get into amateur radio, and doggone it, that's what we love to do, because amateur radio is the most fun hobby in the world. It's amazing. You can talk to people all over the world with a microphone, with a keyboard. You can send photos. You can send SSTV, which is television. Man, you can do so much. The path to get started is to contact a radio organization that can help you find a radio club near you. Then you contact that radio club and you find out if ham radio is for you. One of those places is the American Radio Relay League. Find them online at www.arl.org. Hit the contact us bar and fill it out. They'll help you find a radio club. If you're over in the European continent, maybe around the UK, contact the Radio Society of Great Britain, www.rsgb.org. In Canada, the Radio Amateurs of Canada are available at www.rac.ca. In Japan, the Japan Amateur Radio League can be found at www.jarl.org. And for Australia, the Wireless Institute of Australia is at www.wia.org. Want to welcome you all to the show. It's a great day to see you and a great day to be alive. If you'd like to email the show, have a show idea, maybe a question about a product, get a ton of those things, truly do, and am grateful to help you the best I can. And if I don't know the answer, I'll send you to someone who does. You can email the show at cq@hamradiolive@gmail.com if you'd like to help us out. We're trying to get a rooftop tower put up for the Step IR Urban Beam. That'll make the calls to Europe that we're missing so we can talk to you on the show. Please give what you can. We're close. I mean, we're real close now to being able to afford this. We're within $100. Please give what you can to PayPal, proburbs356@me.com. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's great to see you. Let's give some welcomes from around the world. First of all, Ishmael, Juliet 72 IMS from Dominica is in the house. Welcome, Ish. Good to see you, brother. Happy days to you. Wow. Look at that. Good to see you. And Jeff, November 4, Papa Oscar Delta. I'm 5'9" in Madisonville, Tennessee, and I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Jeff, welcome. Great to have you. JJ, woohoo, in the house from Canada. My brother, Jeff. Good to see you, man. Great to see you. Andy, my bro in the UK. He's my mate there. Andy, a very happy Tuesday night to you. Hope everything's going well to you there. Also, from the state of Maine, look at this. Romeo Whiskey 7610. That's out. Look at that. AE4X. That's brand new. We're brand new. That's new to the channel. Welcome. It's great to have you part of Ham Radio Live today. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Seriously do. Mike Oswald, Alpha 7. Mike Oscar is in the house. Also, Eric, wow, from Pennsylvania. Welcome back, Eric. Kilo 3, Echo Lima Golf, and Alex Alonso is in the house as well. Welcome to the show. We're going to talk a little bit today, in fact, a lot, about the new Alpha Hextenna. All right, this is an amazing antenna. I've tested tons of remote antennas, MFJ, Chameleon, this Alpha antenna. I'm telling you, you're going to really like this. If you want a good remote antenna, I don't see why anyone would pick something different. We'll talk about it in just a little bit. The RL is doing a very special free RF exposure calculator for your MPE limits from your antennas. You can find this on the ARL website. Also, I'll put a link to it in the description. Good to have this, something that would be very helpful for you. From the RSGB, Chapels on the Air, September 11th is going to be happening from 10 a.m., which is 10 UTC, until 1600 UTC. Remember, if you're looking to put one on the air, follow social distancing rules, and you'll be good. July at Bletchley Park was a record number. Boy, huge. 7,682 visitors came to see Bletchley Park, and in one day, there were 639. I mean, this is such a historic place. They cracked the Enigma code back in World War II there. You can find out some history. In fact, this is on my bucket list. I really mean that, to go see Bletchley Park. We have a trivia question today and some pretty cool history about the ham radio bands that I think you'll like. In what year was the 20-meter band authorized for amateur use? All right, 20 meters. When did it first be legal to use it in amateur radio? Was it A, 1914, B, 1919, C, 1921, or D, 1924? Hit me up with A, B, C, or D. I'll let you know who got the right answer. Currently, Islands on the Air with 1, North America with 1 as well, and we will find out who gets the score today. All right, welcome. We're going to talk about the weather, powered by ICOM. ICOM, for the love of ham radio. Let's take a look at the current conditions. Solar holes, nothing to worry about for a CME. Everything looks great, so you shouldn't have any problem with any CME issues. We'll probably have some pretty stable radio conditions today. A1A, it's pretty dead. I mean, there's just not a lot of bright spots anywhere. Look at the solar flare detection. We had a B-class flare yesterday, but it's pretty quiet. Pretty quiet. K-index been up and down, pretty much unstable right now, but it has been going down to K2, K1. So it depends on when you turn your radio on, you could have pretty good conditions. But right now, a little unstable, so noise floors a little higher today. MUFs, 1558 out of Alaska. We've got 24.51 out of Athens, Greece. Ascension Island, 17.41. It'll drop, come right back up. It'll be over 20 megs tomorrow. Hermanus, South Africa at 8.93. Darwin, Australia at 9.4. And Jeju Island at 12.73. Current conditions, SFI 73. That's anemic. You know, the low you get is about 65, so we're barely a heartbeat here, okay? Solar number of 0. And again, you look at the A1A, it's why. There's just no bright spots here. So that's why you have a solar number of 0 today. The solar wind is up to 427.6 kilometers per second. And you can see the way the bands look. They don't look too good today, but we'll give you our opinion of that, okay? Cuban jamming looks like this. Here's a good picture of 7.215 megahertz. It's about 25 kilohertz wide. It sounds just like this. It is awful. It really is. And this is what South Florida and most of the islands in the Caribbean are hearing. So you can imagine when you got something that's 25 kilohertz wide doing that. Cuban jam frequencies today, 7.106, 7.115, 7.125, 7.130, 7.140, 7.150, 7.158, 7.179, and the big 25 kilohertz splatter at 7.215. It's just criminal what's happening over there in South Florida and Cuba. Ham and shortwave forecast for today, powered by ICOM. Daytime ham radio bands, 2017, possible 15. A very anemic SFI. It just is, but there are some places working 15 today, so maybe North America, you might still catch it. Data 30 to 10, nighttime ham openings 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30, and 100% chance of 20. They'll be weak because we don't have much of a solar flux index, and that means, unfortunately, we're not going to get a lot of ionization to keep it steady after sunset. So about a week after sunset, you're going to have probably everything fade out. Shortwave bands today, 31, 25, 22, and 19. Tonight on the shortwave dial, you have 120, 90, 75, 60, 49, 31, 41, 25, 22, and the beautiful 19-meter band until about an hour after sunset. It's beautiful. Listen to 19 meters at night. So get it while you can. Summer days are getting shorter, means the ionization goes shorter, and because it goes shorter, we end up with less time to work 20 meters at night. All right, welcome to the show. Great to see you guys. And wow, we got Nancy Bronson join us from UK, Mike 7, X-Ray Tango Tango. welcome to today's show. It's great to see you. Thanks for coming. All right. And you know what? This is really nice. Great show. Glad I found it. That humbles me. Thank you sincerely. Yeah, I do this for fun. I really do. This is my way of giving back and helping people out. And, from a commercial radio career, I don't have to worry about a program director blowing me out, which is great. Pretty cool. There's nothing worse than that meeting. Let me tell you, those meetings are not the greatest, that's for sure. Thank you, Alex, for your kindness. I appreciate that. Got a great comment here. Alpha antennas are extraordinary. My portable vertical has been up for years and works great. We're going to talk about the Alpha Hextenna today. And I got to tell you, folks, it takes a lot to impress me because I've done this for a while and it's just beautiful. This thing is amazing. Also, Gene Joner, first timer here, Kilo Delta 7 Tango Radio Juliet. Welcome to Ham Radio Live. Wow, we got a big group here today. Grateful to have you. Thank you. Sorry for the late show, but it'll be a big show. It'll be a good one, and I hope you enjoy it. A good thing here from RW7610. Look for us in Puerto Rico in November sweeps. Going to be operating as Alpha Echo 4X KP3. Look for that one. That's going to be a nice one to get for Puerto Rico. Thanks for letting us know. JJ, question, is the Cuban jamming due to them wanting to block communications out of the country? Yes, absolutely. What happened was on July 11th, the people of Cuba came to the streets and started protesting. They want liberty. The Cuban government then shut the internet down to all the people in Cuba. The next thing was the Cuban people with amateur radio licenses started getting the information out to the world. Then Cuba started jamming 40 meters. Why 40? Because it's the best conduit into South Florida. That's why it works that way. UFO Dad, hey, look at this. He's from Lewis in Heber Valley, Utah. Welcome to Ham Radio Live. What a treat. Welcome. Got a lot of new folks today. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. That really does honor me. Really does. First of all, let's talk about the Hextenna by Alpha. This is the antenna that you need if you're remote. Look, I've used the Chameleon 2.0 and past vertical. Great vertical antenna. It does just fine, but it doesn't do what this does. Let's take a look at the components you get. These are the basic components. You get 2 whips. You also get a counterpoise, and you get a couple of extra wire to be able to lengthen it out. Plus, you get a trailer hitch mount, and you get up top left, the Hextenna piece. That's why it's called the Hextenna, because it's shaped like a hexagon, all right? One option is the tripod, and this is a great tripod and a must for this antenna. It'll get up fast. It'll help you to make calls because it literally will support all of the components of the Hextenna, because there are options, including this one, and this is a great one. Look at that. That's a Yagi. That is a directional antenna that you can hook up through that tripod. Now, imagine summits on the air. Imagine being up, 1,000 feet, 800 feet, whatever. You get this thing on a tripod on a hill, and you turn it manually to work stations. It will work as a directional HF antenna. They give you the links. They give you the links of what the traditional V, which is for the dipole, all right? As well as if you're going to use it as a directional, whether it's a single antenna or a directional. And you can see we go from 40 meters all the way to 2, all right? That's how long the whips need to be to make it work. All right, let's look at antenna patterns. This is with the Yagi, okay? So if you're using this antenna with only the driven element, all right, connected to feed line, 40 meters top left, then feed point at 5.5 feet, which is 1.67 meters, literally, on the tripod. So tripod extended, there's your pattern, okay? 20 meters at 33 feet. So imagine you're now on a hill or you've got up higher. Look at the directionality of that. And then you go to 20 meters off the tripod, basically off the ground, 17 and 15. Here's your patterns, okay? This, again, is a portable antenna that fits in a canvas bag. It is not heavy. It will work literally in minutes. I found this thing to be brilliant. 12 and 10. Here's the directional pattern with the Yagi. This thing is brilliant. It's It's one of the best antennas I have ever used, and I've used tons of them. All right. So this is the patterns you can expect to get with it. All right. And I made a mistake. I said with the Yagi, this is just using it normally. All right. This is the typical dipole pattern. So forgive me for saying Yagi, typical dipole pattern. You put the directional on it and you've got some serious directionality to it. We'll go over what you got when you get in the bag. But first, a quick overview. When I was out first testing the Alpha Hextenna. All right, so here's what you really get. You also will have some wire in here as well for a counterpoise, and you'll have a couple of wires as well to be able to work UHF, VHF. The only option you really see here is the tripod. Let's go over the tripod. This tripod is one of the best I've ever seen for ham radio, if not the best. This is really high quality. You adjust it with these pieces right here. You basically just flick that up and it will adjust the leg up or down. You can see that it's got some nice rubberized feet on the bottom of it, so it tends to stay in place. It's really simple. This thing was leveled and set up in like a minute, literally, and then the Hextenna head put on right away. And if you take a look at the Hextenna head, it tells you exactly what to do, okay? You've got your counterpoise for using a vertical antenna, which goes right there. Close, there you go. And then you got, of course, dipole element 2 right here. If you're going to use a vertical, you're going to put it right there. And it'll tell you right there it's for the vertical. You move around this piece. By the way, it's made of carbon fiber. It's like a brick, but it's not heavy. It's an amazing product. This is why it's called the Hextenna, because obviously it's a hexagonal piece. But this is quality construction. You can drop this thing. It's not going to shatter. This is really well built. Of course, your SO239 connection right there, and then your dipole or your element 1, as they call it, either way, goes here. So these are extendable whips. In order to match frequencies with your antenna analyzer, you simply are going to lengthen or shorten these two whips. Once you get them tuned right with your antenna analyzer, you're basically good to go. And I found that the actual dip, the SWR dip, is pretty flat. Once you get close, you're going to be well below 3 to 1 through the entire frequency band. So an amazing product and super easy. If there's one thing I love about this antenna, it's super easy to do. You can take this anywhere with you on the road. Islands on the air, parks on the air, field day, remote work, wherever you're going, camping. Man, this is a brilliant product because not only can you work the HF bands, but you also can work VHF and UHF. Alpha antenna. That's true. VHF, UHF, HF, and that's the bag. Comes in a quality canvas bag. Everything fits in that bag, including the tripod. That's got it all. The whole kit is in there. When you open it up, here's what's there. Now, I want to tell you, Alpha did send me the 40-meter kit. So there's a couple of 40-meter wire there, and that works 30 and 40. So you just attach those to the end of the whips, then you make it into the shape of an M, all right? You're going to basically take those two wires where you see the stakes on them, you hook them up to the end of the whip, and then you adjust the length of the whip to make your SWR work, all right? So what Alpha tells you to do is make it in the shape of an M. So from the tripod, you've got the two pieces that come out, and then you've got the two ends. Those go down, okay? So it's shaped like an M once it's all finished. How does it work? Let's take a look. 17 meters first on HF. Here's the 17-meter band, the whole 17-meter band, and it's all below 2, it's literally below 1.7 to 1. And that's just with a little bit of tweaking. I could get it easily down below 1.5. My friends, I said 20, I meant 15. We're bringing it up to 15 meters. Watch SWR dip here. Look at that. You see, it's that flat. So in nowhere does it really go above 2 to 1 throughout the entire 15-meter band. All right, so I've just done a little tweak to 15. It took me 15 seconds maybe to do that. That's it. See, everything here it is really below about 1.5 to 1. It doesn't get to 1.5 to 1 till the very end of the band sweep there. So again, super easy to change. All you need to do is literally just adjust out the whips. Once the whips are adjusted a little bit shorter, now 15 meters is open. So it's a very easy antenna to adjust. There you go. And so simply it's about the length of the antenna. What band do you want to work? You're working on the road, you're working out in the field. Man, you've got an easy antenna to work. You know 20 is going to work during the daytime? Adjust the whips out. 20 meters is right there. Look, just shorten them up a little bit. Now you got 17, shorten them a little more. There's 15, shorten them a little more, 12. It's simple, and it takes seconds to do this. It's brilliant. Now, let's take a look at 20, because 20 is probably the easiest to get on this antenna. You just lengthen everything out. Take a look. All right, say we want 20. These are extended all the way out now, okay? So it's pretty simple. Extend it all the way out. It's a dipole, so it's going to transmit broadside, of course. We can turn it easily. This is simple. You want to work a different direction? Just turn it. It stays stable no matter which direction you put. I'll let go of it. You see, it just stays stable. Nothing goes on because of the way it's built. Again, I would definitely recommend buying this with a tripod. It's worth every penny. In fact, it might be underpriced because it's that good. This antenna tripod is that good. So let's take a quick look at 20 meters now. We'll do a band sweep on 20, and we turn it on here and we'll get a band sweep. So here we go. There you go. Zoom in a little bit on the 20 meter band. Give you a good idea of how we're doing here with this, because it is truly one amazing antenna in terms of how easy it is to tune. A little farther. And here's 20. We'll do a full band sweep here on 20. I hope you can see it pretty well. So we'll sweep again. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. So there you go. It bottoms out 1.27 at 14.180, right in the middle of 20. Let's take a look. It's just simple. I mean, literally all you do is just lengthen those whips out as far as they go. And you've got 20 meters. You work your way to the shorter bands as you shorten the antennas. It's absolutely stunning how quickly this works. And believe me, because of my disability, I don't like complicated antennas. I don't like complicated anything. But this thing is simple. Spend more time operating and less time using your antenna and building it. Seriously, this is that antenna. This is that rare antenna that comes along every so often that you look at and you go, you know what, I need that. Maybe you're in an HOA, right? And you can't have an antenna up. You can now. This will work. It's simple. You put it in your backyard or maybe some garden area, and you can put this up in minutes, have it SWR tuned like that, and literally be on the air. And it will pick you up signals and make you calls. It really will. Kilo 7 Hotel November for a quick one, please. Again, this is the Alpha Hextenna, HF, VHF, UHF. 20 was up in just seconds, literally. Once you extend the whips all the way out, you're on 20. You just move them in to go to the shorter bands. That's all you're doing. So again, RFI just in the area, and it's just where things are. Now, this antenna.
Another story. There's a guy down the street about a block or two down from us. Putting an addition onto his house.
And
he's making his garage.
If you get the 30 and 40 meter extension kits, which are right here, okay, they come with poles, they come with clips that go onto the antenna whips themselves, and what it does is it'll lengthen the dipole. So you basically will clip on the wire, you'll take it and clip it with the alligator clip here. You can go either to a stake in the ground, or you can throw the stake up into a tree. I mean, it gives you more height and extends the antenna. So you can work all the way up to 40 with it. You can also work directionally. You get the directional kit, the Yagi kit, and you get a bar that will let you have 2 Hextennas end to end, which provides you with directionality. It's phenomenal how they've set this up. Portable in a kit, literally in a canvas go bag. It looks like this. You take it with you and bring whatever you want. If you want to work HF, you do. If you want to work VHF, you can. If you want to work UHF, you can. This is the most complete portable antenna system I have ever seen, and super easy to use. There you go. See, and immediately I made a call on 20 meters right away, 20 meters. And the first guy was in Colorado and he was in the middle of a QSO. And he essentially told me, we have this frequency now. I hear you. Okay. So then another one from Southern California during the daytime on 20. And you can hear everything. It's just like having your antenna at home. It's that good. So 20 meters, no problem. What about UHF? Now, the problem I have with UHF in my area, we don't have a ton of UHF here in terms of activity, but we do have UHF repeaters. I couldn't hit one of them because the antenna is 4 feet off the ground, but here's what it looks like. All right, we're here with the Alpha Antenna Hextenna. This is a HF, VHF, UHF antenna, which is phenomenal. It really is. First of all, this is an option, okay? This is the Alpha Antenna Hextenna tripod. I can't recommend this thing more. It's just so well built. It's one of those items that you really need for this antenna because the hex head goes right on top of it and you basically make the antenna work in different configurations from here. So you can use it as a dipole right here and string the whips out that way to make it work on the HF bands. On VHF, UHF, you just use one of the Alpha Hextenna whips, and they're very solidly built. They even give you the length, the measurement length for you to use to be able to use this on, say, 440 or over on 2 meters. It's supposed to be 2 feet, 2 inches. So it looks very much like a hamstick, right? Kind of like that one up there. So there you go. Yeah. So there is UHF. You can get 440. You also get 220. You also get 2 meters, okay? So let's take a look at 2 meters using the Alpha Hextenna. All right, now we're on 2 meters, and the Hextenna can do this as well. It becomes a dipole at this point. Each leg, the whip goes out 4 foot, 7.5 inches, and literally it works really well. I mean, again, this is only 7 feet off the ground, but you can see the signals coming through here. They're a little weak. If we had some elevation, no problem whatsoever. It'd be perfect. But 7 feet up, I mean, you know, we're not really having a whole lot. And I don't have a clear shot at the West Salem repeaters here. So, you know, this is what it will do here if you're in the worst case scenario. But if you have some height and you're within sight of a, you know, of a repeater, it's going to work brilliantly for you. I mean, this thing is really easy to use, and it's amazing it works so many different bands, literally in one go kit. Let's take a look and we'll just do a sweep, see if we can pick somebody up. And most people aren't going to have the disadvantage I have here. I have houses blocking the direction for the repeaters where it's at. There you go. So you know, it definitely works.
7 ABU, KJ7IBH.
Let's see if we make one. K7HN.
KJ7IPH.
KJ7IPH, this is Kilo 7 Hotel November. I'm testing a product for Alpha Antennas called the Hextenna. I just wanted to find out if you're receiving me okay, over.
Yeah, you're a little bit fuzzy, but I'm receiving you well.
I really appreciate that. I'm in Independence, Oregon. What is your QTH there?
I'm here in Lebanon.
All right, so Lebanon, Oregon. 4 feet off the ground on a tripod using 2 meters. Seriously, I mean, if this had height to it, can you imagine what you can do with it? That's at 4 feet off the ground. 2 meters plus 20, as you just heard, plus the HF bands. But what about if you buy the 40 meter kit? 40 meter kit will add length to the antenna. Remember, has the two clips, goes onto the ends of the whips. Let's take a look what it looks like. Okay, let me show you what I've done. Basically, I've added on the 30 and 40 meter kit to this antenna, all right? So we have one of the whips coming out this direction. It goes all the way there and it clips on to a wire element that goes to the ground and goes to the ground right over there, okay? So that's the first part. Then we follow the wires, we go back to the other side, and what Alpha tells you is to make it into an M. Pretty simple to do. You just clip the other wire that's provided in the 30 and 40 meter kit on here, and you let it extend all the way to there. And basically now you have that M shape. It's pretty cool. Now, how well does it do though? I mean, we've seen it work on 20, tune on 17, tune on 15 pretty easily. You just have to adjust the length of these metal whips. It's simple, not hard to do at all. This is the prolific, keep it simple, stupid antenna. It really is. But how well will it tune? Let's take a look here on 40 meters, okay? Just press the tune button. Look at that. 1.29 at 7.110. That's amazing. Let's take a closer look at this at 40 meters so we can get a better idea here. Just so you can see exactly how solid this is. Okay, so we're going to 40. And we'll see about the usable portion of the band that we've got. And you can adjust it simply by just either increasing or decreasing the size of the whips. Just the size of the whips is all it takes. So we simply buzz in a little bit more here on 40. And as you can see, the entire band is now below 3 to 1. Everything is. In fact, until you get to the top part of 40, it goes above 2 to 1. So
right, there's your sweep on 40. But I want you to see, I just kind of tweaked it a little bit. It took 30 seconds, and here's what I found.
You may not have been able to see everything outside because of the sunlight, but here we are on 40, 1.29 at 7.110. And you can fine tune this. I mean, you really can. It just matters how long you want to spend, lengthening and, shortening these whips to bring the SWR exactly where you want on 40 meters. So this truly will work on 40, it appears. Let's take a look at it on the 991A, and let's first try and tune, which shouldn't be a problem with it. Should tune real quick. There it goes, right there. So that tells us we have an SWR of at least 3 to 1 or less, okay? The 40 is pretty loud, so it's summertime here in the Northern Hemisphere.
Also keep in mind, this is 40 in the middle of the daytime, okay? You could imagine how this is going to do at night for you, especially HOA people.
It's daytime as well, so
you got limited HOAs. You can use this thing because you can put it up in a second and take it back down.
And keep in mind too, this antenna will handle up to 1500 watts. That's fantastic. Alright, so we'll try and just simply use maybe a CQ call. We'll see if maybe we can do it that way. There's someone there. No. Alright, tune real quick. Again, no problem tuning. It's doing really, really well. And wow, I'm just very impressed.
Now I'm going to go from the top of 40 down, and you'll see it'll tune both at the very top, and then we'll make a call with it down to Southern California using this antenna at 4 feet off the ground.
There we go. We don't need the preamp on 40, so. All right, let's see if we can maybe make a quick call and say hello to somebody. Got somebody right there, hold on.
Yeah, of course I was fooled. Oh well. Is its frequency in use? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. So much power. The RF is going right through my speakers on my computer. Seriously, and it's just outside the shack, so it's going to pick up the RF on 40 meters. But the power's there, and it's definitely resonant. Checking frequency availability. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. See, full 100 watts out. It's pretty amazing. This little antenna is blowing me away for a portable. I mean, my gosh, you can do everything with it. Really is amazing how well it works and how quick it works. CQ on 40 meters from Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ, any station, anywhere. Testing the new alpha antenna Hextenna on 40 meters. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ and listening. And we may not get anybody here, guys, just simply because daytime, and 40 is not very useful in the daytime. Let's try again real quick. CQ, 40 meters from Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November, calling CQ. CQ, using the new alpha antenna Hextenna, trying it out on 40. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November, calling any station, anywhere, and listening. So there you go. Not surprised, just because it's daytime and conditions aren't the greatest on 40 in the summer. But my goodness, you talk about an antenna that works, just works, and it'll work you from, the 40 meter band all the way up to 440 in a bag. Oh my gosh, what more do you want? That's pretty amazing. I've never seen a product like it, and I've got to tell you honestly, it's the simplest antenna I've ever used. It just matters if you've got the time to, just simply change antenna elements. That's all. Just simply, increase or decrease the length of the antenna elements. And let's just try and tune it here at the upper end of 40, just to give you an idea. And again, if you can tune it, you're lower than 3 to 1, you'll be able to make calls. So let's go to the top here at 40. We're just about the top. We'll tune it, see how well it does. There you go. It's the very top of 40 meters, so it tunes perfectly. All right? Means you're less than 3 to 1 at the top. Okay? We'll go down to the bottom. Hold on.
Gary here in Auburn, California. How are you today?
Kilo 7 Hotel November.
November 6th, Uniform Whiskey, Quebec, and I'm just testing out a new radio.
Negative. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November in Oregon, checking a new antenna from Alpha Antennas. Can you hear me over? My location is Independence, Oregon. My QTH, Independence, Oregon. My name is Larry. Lima Alpha, Romeo Yankee. And my call sign, Kilo 7 Hotel November. QSL?
Yeah, there's somebody else in there. I don't know who it was. I thought you were 52 was close. Yeah, being in Arizona, I've been through there, and my God, I don't know how many years. Anyway, that's what the weather is like when I'm at here.
So there you go. That's 40 meters working the alpha antenna Hextenna. Okay, let's just kind of take a look at what it can do and what makes it so special. Okay, and JJ, good question. Larry, when you said it tunes perfectly, where'd you see that on your 991 in this video? We showed it on the SWR when we did the antenna analyzer, so definitely below 2 to 1. So we know it tunes very, very well. If the 991A can tune it, by hitting the auto tune button, we know it's below 3 to 1 because the radio doesn't like anything above 3 to 1. That means it'll transmit without the use of an external tuner. So it's a great question, JJ. Thanks for that one. This product, folks, I have tested so doggone many antennas that my hands are, callous from all this. But I will tell you this, there is no antenna on the market, not at all, that can do what this does. If you like working remote, this is the antenna you should truly have. I'm going to be honest with you because, I've used the MPass Chameleon. Great, easy to put up. The Chow Mill Whoop Scope quickly, great to work. Okay, what does this do differently? Well, first of all, it'll give you HF, VHF, UHF in a canvas bag. What else does it do? It'll handle 1500 watts. You can get full power out of this thing. So if you're in an HOA, you got yourself a little 600 watt amp or possibly an 811H, maybe using a 13 or 1500 watt amp. You can use this antenna with 1500 watts. It goes up in minutes. You just simply decide what frequency you want to work, whether it's HF, VHF, UHF. It just works. The other thing that is brilliant is how easy it is. This is really the key to this antenna. This is the Alpha Hextenna P. This is made out of carbon fiber. You basically determine what you're going to use. You're going to use it as a vertical, or you're going to hook the whip up right up top here. If you're going to use it as a dipole, you're going to hook 2 of the whip elements to both sides here. Makes a V. It conveniently then slides into the tripod right there. It's threaded right there. So vertical, tripod down here. Goes straight up. You work your UHF, VHF. HF, you've got your dipole right there. Now, if you add the Yagi kit, now you've got something really special, because now what you've got is you've got the ability where you have 2 of these, okay? You have 2 of these connected on a bar that goes with the Yagi kit. Notice it's on the tripod from Alpha. So you've got the bar that connects the 2 Hextenna heads. Then they give you the links, okay? If you're using for the Yagi, for example, let's say, for example, you want to work 40, all right? It shows you right there the driven element size and the reflector element size. That's how long the whips need to be. And these are accurate as heck. They really are. It's unbelievable how easy this is to use. Simply follow these instructions and you're literally up and working in no time. This thing is brilliant, really is. If you get the Yagi, you essentially have the bar plus 2 of these. You adjust the length of the whips. And speaking of the whips, the one thing I love about this, besides the fact they're heavy duty, okay, I had it fall. I did. I had it fall because I had taken one of the elements off of 40 meters, okay? So it was in the M shape, right? There was too much torque on the other side, so it tipped over. Neither one of these things bent. One hit my hose container where you roll up your hose. The other side hit my barbecue grill. It didn't bend or break anything. The genius in this whip is if you take a close look at the top where the coronal ball is, look, it doesn't get any smaller than this. This is as small as it gets on top, right there. I'm banging the crud out of this thing. That's why. It's just built like a tank. So you get this, and essentially you hook it up to the head. You just adjust it with length, and you're working HF, VHF, UHF. You can work directionally. There's no product out there that does this. None. If you're a person that likes to work remote, or if you're a person in an HOA that needs an antenna that you can put up, and then when you're done with ham radio, put it away in just a few minutes, the Alpha Antenna Hextenna is the very best portable or HOA antenna I have ever seen. ever seen. Now, folks, if you want information on it, I do have information below in the video, with the description section, right at the top, where you can find information how to order this. It's priced right now at $299, okay? And that's for the basic kit. That's without the tripod. I would highly recommend the tripod. It's just as much quality as that with this. It's very well built, okay? If you want a Yagi, maybe you can't afford a directional antenna on your roof, but you'd love to have a directional antenna. You can do that with this, and it flat out works. I mean, everything that Steve Deans claimed on this antenna, he delivered, and more. I am blown away at this. So, folks, if you'd like information on it, I will have it. You can find it at alphaantennas.com. Find them on the internet. Check Hextenna, and you'll find this incredible product. Plus, I have a link, a direct link to find it. All right, let's get to your final comments, and we will close the show. By the way, hellos to some wonderful folks who checked in. Robert Varner, Kilo Charlie 2, Tango Echo Lima, welcome. And thanks, UFO Dad. That's nice. Thanks. You made my day, my brother. Appreciate you very much. My brother Bob, who's right now across town, literally about 20 miles away, getting cancer treatment right now at a medical center. Bob, welcome. Welcome, buddy. It's been a busy day. And Bob, by the way, good news. The Mayo Clinic called. They're going to take your case on, and they're going to try and help you survive. That's a big one, because we've been trying to get the Mayo Clinic on board to help with his cancer a long time. So that's a little surprise for you, Bob. All right, we're going to close the show. Thank you for watching Ham Radio Live. I don't monetize the channel. I just ask you subscribe. And if you'd like to help the channel in its course of trying to help people get licensed, please find us on PayPal. We're just about only $100 away from getting a tower for the Urban Beam that will allow us to work our listeners in Europe, plus Asia, plus Dominica, right? Plus all over the world. Please give what you can. I appreciate it very much. Proburbs356@me.com. Have an email question for me. Want to find out about maybe this product or something else? You can find me at Gmail. Email me here at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. And if you'd like to get on ham radio, why don't you get a hold of the Radio Society of Great Britain? They're wonderful people, even if you're not in the UK. Tell them where you are. They'll help you find a radio club. Then you call that radio club, contact them, and they'll help you get on the path to ham radio. They'll help you with testing. They'll help you with licensing. And maybe you might even get to try out one of their rigs. And that's pretty cool. Find the Radio Society of Great Britain at www.rsgb.org. Until next time, thank you for watching Ham Radio Live. My name's Larry. My call sign's Kilo 7 Hotel November. It is always my pleasure and honor to see you. Thank you for watching today. God bless everybody, and goodbye.
This woman has to be gotten to a hospital.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.